Samoa, and welcome back to Doctor Who Series 5, Episode 8, The Hungry Earth, that's what it's called, and The Cold Blood. We're going to be doing both today, right? You didn't forget about that, Caden? We're good?
I never forget about anything.
No, I thought today would be so packed. Because it's daylight savings in America. We lost an hour. I don't know. When did we decide not to do this? And it's just writing on like a president's signature or something. You can't. Well, you can blame Trump, I guess. But like that was Biden. That might have even been the first Trump term. I don't know. I feel like we decided not to do this, and it was in the news, and then we're still doing this. But no, I woke up at like 8. I think it was. Like 8 after daylight savings. It was yeah, but I gotta go grocery shopping. There's a lot to do today. But I guess all the audience is miserable because their time's been taken up by this. I didn't check. Hang on. Am I coming in on the right mic? Yes. That's a terrible thing. Hang on. Yes, I'm coming in on the right mic on OBS. Sorry, all that messing with the mic. I had some trouble with Caden earlier. Yeah, we didn't do last week. I do not remember why. Oh yeah, we were just busy. We had to move some refrigerators. You were there?
Yeah, we did.
My
was that on Sunday?
Broke. Nope, that was Saturday, but we had other stuff to do that weekend. But we're back. We actually are, believe it or not, approaching the end of this series. Because of the two-parters, we've got 4 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 4 more streams, which... It's like 6 episodes, I think, but because of the two-parters, it's actually snuck up on us a bit. We'll actually finish next season at the beginning of July, assuming we don't skip any weeks, which we certainly will, for one reason or another. Oh, and speaking of, actually, I'll just put that out early. There probably won't be a stream on Easter Sunday, and there probably won't be a stream on the 19th for Easter-related reasons. Maybe we'll just watch... I'll put Planet of the Dead blurred, but we won't be here. Just having that played in the background, that could be fun.
We could just take the audio from a previous stream and just lay it on top.
Just reactions to a totally unrelated episode.
Yeah.
Planet of the Dead. We could do that. That's an option we could choose. It sounds like the BBC is on the Angels Take Manhattan, and then Bells of St. John. Isn't there something in between that? Yeah, there's the Snowmen. Cowards, BBC, not wanting to broadcast a Christmas special. The Snowmen is actually the episode where I learned Amazon Prime was skipping most of the Christmas specials. Because... in Bells of St. John, spoilers, there's a new TARDIS interior, and it's not addressed at all. No one reacts to it. I was like, what? Have I missed an episode? Like, what's happening? And it turns out I did. Of course, the Snowmen, which the TARDIS interior is actually introduced in. However, it's also not acknowledged at all, because, like... Amy and Rory aren't in that one, so no one's there to comment on how it's different. It's got a cool reveal, but I just found that hilarious. We have Doctor Who news this week.
Ooh.
It's a continuation on... It's breaking news a while ago. Film is Fabulous. We've talked about them before. They're a new... I believe they're actually a charitable organization in the UK, centered around not lost necessarily, but recovery of older media from like the early 20th century. As a lot of those tapes are like really starting to push, we could actually still read them, because a lot of them aren't stored properly. Anyway, this is relevant because that includes the missing Doctor Who episodes, which of course it's known are in private collectors. Some we know about, some we probably don't. But they had... We announced a while ago there was a collection... is known to have... I have to be careful here. It's known to have classic Doctor Who. I can't remember if it is known to have a missing episode confirmed or not. But around that time period. That collector they were talking with, getting that collection, and then they died. Another reason that getting these collections is so important, because a lot of people who have them are just old and like nearing death, and so a lot of like the whole problem is that no one knows what they have. Like people don't know they have lost media and stuff. But anyway, that was going through the courts and stuff, and Film is Fabulous finally did get a whole ownership of that collection, so they're cataloging it. And hopefully we'll get missing episode announcements soon, because they were confident a while ago that they would have an announcement of at least one recovered missing episode. I don't know if that's this collection. They're doing a lot, of course. But it's an exciting time. We'll probably get missing episodes. BBC Three showed the Snowman Last Christmas. That was like 3 months ago. Yeah, we can show it again. But no, that'll be fun. I've actually, at this point, I've only got one more missing episode before I've seen them all, because I've been going through Classic Who and rating them. I've got the Space Pirates, which is apparently trash, but that'll be the last episode of new Classic Who I ever get to watch. And it'll probably be a lot to suffer through. That's the Doctor Who news. I think we're good. I can't think of anything for Big Finish off the top of my head. You got anything, Caden? Have you found a missing episode?
I've been creating episodes and then announcing them and then actually destroying them before I release them to create more missing. As they're getting discovered, I got to make sure that some remain missing. So yeah, I've been working away on that.
Clocks don't go forward till March 21st in the UK, February, March. Okay, so you guys are soon. Yeah, there's like this weird gap. Caden, you should be ashamed of yourself. If I told you some of the stories, like one of the former African colonies, called the BBC. I was like the 70s, maybe the 80s. It's like when the Doctor was working at UNIT, where they had it was the entirety of, I think, season 1. It might have been season 2. They were like, "Hey, we just have that. We like, do you want it back?" And they were like, "No, we got it in our archives. Just burn it." And they did not have it in the archives. They knew they had it in the archives. In fact, it might have even been the entirety of the first Doctor. It was something crazy. It was a big collection of missing episodes. But no, they were just like, "Nah, burn them." It's amazing, even after they knew what was missing, how just like horrible. There's ones that get delivered, but then like for some reason, whoever took them off the truck just decided to burn them. It's, I don't know. What is it, BBC? What is it with you and burning tapes? What have you stored on these?
That's me.
That's you. Yeah, exactly. You actually did find Marco Polo the other day, but you burned it. For not even for fuel.
Yeah, I was cold.
It was hot that day. You just wanted it.
I wanted it to be cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got confused.
Yeah. Of course you were. It was the delirium from the heat.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I didn't prep introducing this episode at all. Caden, you got anything else to talk about real quick?
Future dates where there will be no stream.
Oh yeah, you got that one settled. This is months in
May
advance.
3rd, maybe. May 3rd, possibly. Looking forward, July 12th. Yeah, maybe even the 19th.
What's July?
December 25th.
That's
not a Sunday.
We don't stream on December. The Christmas special, I remember, doesn't actually have a international partner yet. We got time, but I really hope it does, because if there's no legal way to watch it, we can't review it. But yeah, Hungry Earth, Cold Blood, Caden. What did we have last time? Amy's Choice?
Yeah. Was that last time? Yeah.
No, it was Amy's Choice. Hungry Earth. Why don't you introduce this story? You remember it, of course. It's Chibnall's second, I think.
Hungry Earth. I would need to rack my memory, but I'm pretty sure this is where the Doctor takes Amy and Rory to finally start their wedding, and so he takes them back to Earth naturally, because they've been going to just crazy places.
Yeah.
But he mistakenly goes to the Hungry Earth, which is actually just a really big planet in the sky that eats people. And so they kind of just recycle like Satan Pit, like they just go to the center of the Earth. It's like a melding of the Satan Pit in that one episode where they end up in the thing's stomach.
The Satan Pit. Oh, the Beast Below.
Well, it's a big pit, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a big pit. Or Beast Below, yeah. And then that one episode where the robots, where they end up in a stomach. It's like those two had a baby, and that's the Hungry Earth, and it eats them. And the second part is
You
Cold
really
blood.
can't do much with the Hungry Earth, can you? Like, I
Well,
got
no,
that
it all
Aztec
happens in the
legend.
second part.
Well, I got that
The
Aztec
first part,
legend in my mind, which, like, they had to feed the Earth blood or something, and I couldn't get that out of my head because Doctor Who's already done that.
the
But
first
go
part's
on.
always set up. It's never
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. It's the second
No,
part,
the Hungry Earth is
cold
not
blood,
interesting.
right? Cold blood.
Yes, cold blood.
Cold blood. The
Sometimes I get
second
it
part,
mixed up. Like,
Earth
yeah.
isn't used to eating people. It thinks the TARDIS is an asteroid that it's usually eating different debris or stuff flying through the sky.
Uh-huh.
But this is biological material. It's people, and that is a no bueno for a hungry Earth. That stuff cannot eat organic material. The Earth gets obscenely sick, and
The
the
hungry
Doctor
one.
has to be the hungry Earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
the hungry Earth becomes the sick Earth, and it gets so sick, its warm-blooded interior starts freezing, and it's basically just a repeat of Amy's choice. I mean, everyone gets cold again, and the Doctor needs to become a doctor with the help of Rory, a doctor. They treat this Earth to make it feel better and save the day, and everyone's happy.
For a while
And
there, I'm a bit disappointed because for a while there, I think you were actually just describing the plot of the 10th Planet, the story that introduces the Cybermen, which was shockingly somehow. Um, but yeah, no,
that's what I remember.
great. I couldn't have
Yeah,
done better myself.
I believe it.
On actually, the Hungry Earth, we've talked about this before. This is Chibnall's second. Of course, Chris Chibnall being the guy who ran the show for the 13th Doctor. We've seen him before, 42. Remember 42? A lot of people don't. Which actually
What, the
had,
show 42?
it actually had a hungry son that was going to eat the ship. 42, yeah. Where the doors were like pub quizzes. And the plot's kind of thin of 42, I'm going to be honest. It's got Martha. No, I think 42 is the least Chibnall thing that Chibnall's written. With his writing quirks and styles and stuff. I think everything else Chibnall writes from here on out feels like a Chibnall script, which
Mm.
so far is not an insult. But I've said before, I've had an interesting relationship with this episode where I liked it. Of course, I'd only seen Modern Who at first. I liked it. But there were some things that, I don't know, it felt a bit off. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. There were some weird
Mhm.
things. Eventually, I watched Classic Who, right, sometime later. And I watched Doctor Who and the Silurians. That is what it is called because of a hilarious misunderstanding. Which is what I have now since dubbed the Silurian story, trademark. Oh, BBC Three literally can't repeat New Who too many times. All right, that makes sense. Fair enough. But yeah, the Silurian story, which is the only Silurian that we're legally allowed to tell when there are Silurians involved. Basically I can think of one Silurian story that in all of Doctor Who that doesn't follow this trend. I was like, hang on, Modern Who ripped off that story, which is probably better. But that's like a 70s story. It'd been a while. This is the first time New Who's done it. Since that I've matured, I'm like, all right, you can tell it. Fine. I'm not really gonna say Chibnall just stole the plot of that story. He retold it, but whatever. But then, right, he had a go as showrunner, right? And I think as I said last time we streamed, I sometime later went back to watch Hungry Earth at like season 12 or maybe Flux. I went, oh, this is a 13th Doctor episode. I maintain that Matt Smith is playing the 13th Doctor here. And having seen way too much Chibnall to really dig into the things I don't like about his writing style, we're now getting the part where it's an insult. I'm like, yeah, no, this is a Chibnall script, and that's what's wrong with it. I can now identify all the reasons because even when I watched season 11, I couldn't quite put my finger on like why I wasn't connecting it. But we don't want this stream to become Chibnall bashing. I still think Hungry Earth Cold Blood, off the top of my head, is one of his better ones. But that'll be interesting to talk about. Caden, of course, you have seen the 13th Doctor before. in
Yeah.
Reality War, and that's it. Not written by Chris Chibnall. Spoilers, I guess, but that I don't know. That'll be interesting to talk about. I'm still probably gonna tell Chad about it. And but you also you have an interesting preview because I'd actually be surprised even if people who love Chibnall's era would challenge me that this is a 13th Doctor story where Matt Smith plays a 13th Doctor. I don't think that's gonna be a hot take. But maybe it is. I don't know. But you get a sort of peek into what you're gonna get in like 2028, maybe 7. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah.
Probably like a year from
Time
now,
travel.
actually. Yeah. But yeah, we forgot to actually say what we're doing. But I hope people know at
they
this point.
they get it.
Who's just
Everyone
come
here is
to
a
like
diehard fan.
start from Hungry Earth Cold Blood? Maybe a Chibnall fan? That's such a weird place to like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch Hungry Earth Cold Blood. Although I think this episode's actually pretty popular, to be fair. I'm probably a hot take in saying that it's a standard Chibnall fare. That probably is a bit of a hot take, but maybe I'll change some people's mind. Season 21's released in the Blu-ray in the UK. Thank you for letting me know because that doesn't have a listing in America yet, but I keep meaning to check the season 23 collection, I assume. Which has the 5-ish Doctors reboot, as I recall. I'm really looking forward to actually owning that. That's a fantastic, really for people who've seen Classic Who, but that is the true 50th anniversary of Doctor Who, is the 5-ish Doctors reboot. Starring Peter Davison, Sylvester McCoy, and Colin Baker, as they play themselves attempting to get a part in the Doctor Who 50th anniversary special. It is brilliant. I've talked about this before. It's just brilliant. Throat's already a bit sore. That's a good sign. Now, if you don't know what we're doing already, we are basically going to be recording an audio commentary track live. So for legal reasons, of course, I can't just stream an episode of Doctor Who. There will be a blurred version in the background and that time bar on screen, which I've just noticed another 42 minutes. I feel like these episodes are kind of short. Is that just me? Maybe watch them not be like have their frame rate changed. And I'm just wrong. I'm pretty sure they do though. Yeah, as I just alluded to, in a little bit we're gonna do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. On go, everyone's gonna hit play, and I have to burp, and it's getting hard. That's a bit of a problem, specifically for Doctor Who, where and especially this era, where there are basically 3 versions of every episode. There's the original UK broadcast, there's the American version, we'll call it the original American version, which is exactly the same, except 4% slower. That's what we're watching. We'll then get the American broadcast version, which is the American version, except it also has a spiel Amy does, I think right before the title sequence, about once upon a time I had an imaginary friend and his name was the Doctor and then I died or something. I don't know. But no, everyone hates it. It's not on the Blu-ray releases. Sometimes it's on streaming. Not that I think anyone actually streams Doctor Who nowadays. I can't remember. Someone might. But yeah, that's it. If you're watching this not live, you can adjust the playback speed to about 25% faster, I think. And that'll probably be close enough. I've never actually tried it. Over 42 minutes, like, you can drift a little bit, but if you were watching the UK version, you'd be several minutes off at 42 minutes if you didn't mess with the speeds or anything. But yeah, I think that's everything. I'm not gonna... Oh, wait, rumor has it that season 16 will be released on Blu-ray. 16, Key to Time. That's one I actually own on DVD. I don't know. We'll see if I still get the collections. I actually have, what was it? The one 12, which has the controversial AI stuff. I didn't watch Terror of the Zygons on it. I watched Planet of Evil because I hadn't rated it yet. It wasn't on YouTube. And thought it was fine. So we'll see. We're getting to the point now where I own like all the Second Doctor and Key to Time. So barring some like missing episodes, I just own most of it on DVD. So it'll be interesting. I'm still waiting for the TV movie though. I want that thing in HD. I know they just released a 4K version, but I don't know that that has an American copy yet. That thing has never been released on Region 1 in HD. I've never seen it in HD before. I have to wake up my hard drive. Caden, don't watch. No one hit play. I know
I'm not
it's
looking at
playing.
anything.
I don't have video. I don't have video. Hang on. This is the thing I was afraid of. Hungry Earth. Caden, don't look at the future episodes. You'll see that dinosaurs on a
Not
spaceship isn't a
even
part of this.
glimpsing.
Hello? Okay, now I'm gonna hit the 0 key. Or not. Can I... Oh, shoot. 10... What? Okay, I think it's good. Track 1. Audio. Yeah, look, I have to do all the behind-the-scenes stuff live now. No. No. Dang it! This hasn't been a problem recently. VLC Media's had this bug. Am I gonna get it? Okay, good. There we go. Is it gonna work reliably? Yes. Okay, good. VLC Media's had this weird bug where if you try and go back, but like before the start of the video, 00, the video literally won't work. I would keep the DVDs as part of the special features on the Blu-ray set. Most of them are, but I also generally just don't really watch the special features. I'd probably keep them because selling them is a bit of a hassle. Maybe when I have like all the Second Doctor, I might sell it just because I can sell it as like the complete Second Doctor set or something. But I don't know. We'll see. So far, it's nice that the collection has added the animations and telesnaps as well, though. All right, as I said before, we are about to do the countdown. It will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and on go, everyone will hit play. Where's my timer? There. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You know, I just remembered I had a version of this episode where I was going to be like, Christopher A. Chibnall, is your real name? I was going to be all dramatic about it.
2020.
2020. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Happy 20. I remember when we hit the date this episode takes place in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No COVID. 0 out of 10. Inaccurate. Yeah, this was, I think this is one of the last ones for a while that was a future date that we just hit.
Mm.
At least at the time. I don't remember what the next one would be. I guess nowadays that 73 yards, that's the one that a lot of people are actually going to hit, like the 2040s or whatever date that was.
I don't know about you, but I'm planning on hitting the end of the universe.
So am I, but I don't know if we'll see that. Are you ready though for to hit the date that 73 yards takes place? I don't know.
Suppose I have to be.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna hit the end of the universe, there are other dates that people will hit. I think before this, it was Enemy of the World, which took place in 2012. But it's kind of fun to have these near future ones.
I might know this episode.
Probably.
Is there a goo pit in here?
A goo pit?
Yeah, would you consider a goo pit in this episode?
I don't
Anything gooey?
recall a goo pit, but
Yeah,
there might be. I'm not gonna deny it.
There's a goo pit.
I think
got it.
I know what you're thinking of, and I'll point it out. And it's not a goo pit, but I think it's a pit that I think I could see how you get there.
Gooey, perhaps?
No, but I think I see how you get there. There might just be
we'll
a goo
see.
pit, though. What do you think happens with the goo pit?
Lizards.
Yes. But I don't remember the goo pit. I did tell you it was the Silurian. Whenever I mention the Silurians to my wife, I always have to say the lesbian lizard lady race.
I don't really know
That's
the
only one.
Silurians by name, but I'm about to.
Well, you know the lesbian lizard lady?
Believe it or not, I don't.
Amazing. But I think her actress plays one of the Silurians in this episode, but it's not the same Silurian.
Mm.
Or I'm racist and I'm saying they all look the same, but take your pick. The Silurians actually were the first Doctor Who villain I can think of that got a major redesign. I guess you could argue the Macra, the big crabs, but is that the goo pit? That's what I think
Maybe
you
I
might
was
be
thinking
thinking
of a
of.
fog pit. Hmm.
Well, I think it's less foggy later on.
I'll bookmark it in my
Honestly,
brain.
a goo pit, I think, could fit in some scenes I can think of later. I just don't remember it. What color is the goo pit?
It's like white or purple.
Okay, no, you're thinking of I think you're thinking of the Almost People, but you're confusing
Maybe.
2 episodes.
I would not stick my hand in a smoking hole.
Well, it's apparently hollow.
All the more
It's
reason.
hungry though. He doesn't know he's in the hungry earth, or he wouldn't have done it.
That's true. I definitely wouldn't stick my hand in a hungry earth.
Yeah. Do you think that's gonna happen when we finish my basement?
Yes. Probably in the middle of it.
I don't really know why the earth was hollow or how that works. Maybe it will get explained. Maybe it won't. We'll see. I still love this
Everyone gets a
theme.
little hungry from time to time, you know?
Some people don't.
If I was
You
a
know.
planet, I would. A lot of calories to maintain that.
I don't know. I think most of your energy you just got at birth, and then you're kind of living off that. There he is, Chris
A big
Chibnall.
baby.
There's the boy. The man who canceled Christmas. Oh, I was going to do that for all the Chibnall episodes. I forgot. People die in Rio.
I forgot. Looking at this TARDIS. Wait, I need to remind myself.
I like it. It's bold blue, but I like it. Finish your thought. What is it about the TARDIS?
Yeah, I don't remember why this reminded me of this, but the first image of the TARDIS on Wikipedia is, I feel like, a really crappy image of the newest TARDIS from Church on Ruby Road.
Oh god, I should show you one day the I think that's a 13th Doctor's TARDIS, by the way, but the announcement video, oops, sorry, I just hit my mic, for the 13th Doctor uses the second image result for TARDIS PNG. The first image result is 13th Doctor TARDIS, so it probably wasn't there at the time. Oh, look, here's a fun scene. Wikipedia. I would totally do that and visit places we went, you know? That's not the best TARDIS image, you're right. It looks a bit stubby.
Oh, they got to introduce this mechanic.
Nah, no. Oh my goodness, I'm not playing the blurred version in the background. There we go. Chat never told me. Might as well check Hayden. Can they hear you?
Hello.
There we go. They can hear you. Is Amy still going to keep that job? I don't know how much a kissogram makes, but like a nurse, it's probably
I bet they make tips.
pretty good. I feel like a kissogram makes a negligible amount of money compared to a nurse. I don't know though. He's not a like doctor.
What about a nurse kissogram?
The point is, I don't think you need it. They don't seem like they live somewhere expensive. Is that the goo pit?
That looks like a lot of dirt.
Google the Rebel Flesh Doctor Who and tell me if that's the goo pit. I think that wall we just got, that curved one, is an angle you rarely see in the TARDIS, and so a lot of people get so freaked out when it rarely appears. They're like, what?
Maybe it is. I thought Rebel Flesh took. I think I am just combining these two episodes because I thought I thought lizards came out of this.
No, Rebel Flesh is next season.
I remember the lizards.
You know, this was a crime, impersonating a police officer. I don't know if Rory realizes he's impersonating a police officer, though.
Ooh, extra green grass.
I was wondering if you noticed that.
How suspicious. Gotta
He's
be a
still
war crime.
11.
Even worse.
A war crime? Sorry.
Sonicking and entering? Pff, that's like 3 tiers above breaking.
I actually think that physical locks it is something that you could do with sound in a sci-fi sense, you know? The sound is just vibrating things, right? And you could make a move if you got special enough sound.
Yeah.
You quote me on that. I love this church house.
Kid's got cool headphones.
Rory's just there like, I'm a nurse. That's how I want to go in one of those compostable coffins, you know? It's just, that's the environment. You could just reuse that. You could even reuse the tombstone. Climate change. I feel like that'd be epistemically terrifying if climate change suddenly made the ground feel weird.
That would not
Like,
be nice.
man, that'd just be spooky. What's wrong? Oh, I guess it is cold. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave my computer now. You know, I'm looking for a big door in this hangar that they're getting all this equipment in.
From the roof.
Ah, makes sense.
They take the roof off, they put it in. It's like a dollhouse.
They just push them out of the aircraft carrier and the parachute comes out.
Yeah.
Also, I think that's a door in the background, but it's blocked by stuff. It's kind of like a goo pit.
Gas is like a airy sort of goo.
I was reading a Doctor Who story, an old one, and it said that the Doctor Doctor Who had even been to planets that had oceans of liquid gas. I'm like, what do you mean liquid gas? Like, I think I get what you mean, but that's nonsense, you know?
Isn't there? No, there is a. I just don't remember well enough.
Okay, but
to
Caden,
even
if it's a
then.
liquid, it's not a gas.
I do believe. I watched a. You know, do I even have the ability to explain this without my scientific knowledge? I think it's possible.
I think they meant that something that's usually a gas at room temperature was a liquid. Like Titan's got methane seas, you know, but it's just nonsense. Okay, is it like goo now? Because this is what I was thinking of. You know,
let me see this good.
Silurians never did this back in the day. Spoilers. You know, it doesn't really matter, but I've just realized, are they drilling on a hill? Because I think that's kind of funny. I will say as well, so far, it is just the 11th Doctor. It's not the 13th. It could be the 13th, but, you know. Maybe he's going to address it, but I think pretty soon we're going to need a scene about how, like, no, you can die, even though we just saw you. Like, if I started on season 5, I'd probably think, well, Amy's fine. We just saw her, right? Did you die again, Caden? Bueller?
This is a
Okay.
really tense and emotional
Sorry,
scene, and
sorry.
I started researching supercritical fluids, which is a state that
Oh,
liquid can get
gosh,
into
that
where
reminds me.
it's gas and liquid kind of at the same time. So C's of liquid gas or whatever
Well, he
could
didn't
be
say C's of
supercritical ocean.
supercritical liquid. He said C's a liquid gas.
Well, that's what the doctor would say to make it make a little
Sorry,
more sense
Doctor
to a
Who,
lady.
not the Doctor. It's an old story. Doctor Who. If I told you about, apparently there's a script, it was first or second Doctor, where the script put Doctor Who is like the guy's name. And the note back from the script editor was that the character's name is not actually Doctor Who. He should be referred to as the Doctor. The Doctor does not know his own name. I was like, wow, that's a bit of lore that it's just dropped in the script notes. Why not?
Right. So yeah,
Oh, no, I
I
like
think that's
that reveal better. It's one of the neighboring graves stole it. I got the physical book.
his cool headphones.
Flex. Those look like really they're on ear, not over ear. Is that the term? I don't like the
Yeah.
ones that sit on your ear.
Oh yeah, they're the worst, but aren't they
Yeah.
stylish?
Not really.
I don't know. Look at that kid. He's fly.
Wow. I mean, Chibnall apparently is a boomer who predicted what 2012 fashion would look like 2020. I'm trying to think if it's reasonable to keep trilling after someone's gone missing.
Yeah, I feel like it's not.
Well, like, it's not like the drill's gonna murder him, you know? Do you shut down the whole operation?
I don't know. You got a missing person in your construction zone. You've got to figure it out.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about bioengineering dirt. It's like the cusp, you know, of if I believe it or not. Like, there are microbes in the dirt. You could bioprogram those.
You can just make a deal with them, honestly, to work with you.
You know, okay, this isn't a criticism, but is this actually how the foundation of buildings work? Because it's just like sitting on top of the dirt. Does it not like seek in at all? Look at that. Like, it looks like the dirt's not part of the concrete.
Well, I mean, at some point, the foundation ends and the earth begins.
But I think it's not like a line. I think the concrete kind of seeps into the earth, but I don't know. I've never built something. That's actually an over exaggeration. I have built things, but
Why does the doctor just jump into the pits? He was down there.
that is an option. What's the current record? I feel like it's not even a mile. I'm gonna. My internet's slow. Not Doctor Who. Deepest hole dug. 12,262 meters. So 12 kilometers. And then they built a tower on top of the hole. I can only assume to say it was deeper. This equipment is plugged into the wall, Doctor.
Does it feel like there should be like one episode where the doctor gets put in an asylum because everyone thinks he's crazy?
I can think of some, but I'm trying to think if there's a TV. There's gotta be. Well, the problem is that usually they don't, at least in Modern Who, they don't have someone who could arrest the doctor because otherwise we'd have to waste time on it. But if you want the doctor being arrested, go to Classic Who, where we have like 3 hours to burn. I'm trying to think of a modern episode where the doctor gets arrested. I'm sure it's happened. Oh, Resolution. That's the whole plot, is that the doctor's been arrested. The 13th Doctor one. I will say a thing with Chibnall era two-parters. Often the first part is actually really good because we haven't got the answers yet. But I am like so far this is pretty good.
It's gonna be right outside the bubble. Oh.
No, energy plays havoc with the circuits. I
I
don't
suppose
really
that
know
turns it off too.
why that's relevant, but
Where does headphones go? No.
actually, that is plot relevant. Yeah, no, good job spotting that. Mention how they're okay. And someone please be concerned about that horse.
I was looking at that horse.
I know eventually it's going to come up at the end, but we really do need a thing like, hey, no, you could die. Just because we've seen you in the future doesn't mean you're immortal now, you know? That's bothering me. I mean, we know that they're not going to kill, like, Amy or Rory, but still. Which one's Mo?
The guy that got eaten by the pit, I think.
Thank you. That was last night.
This little kid, little investigator.
I'm still waiting to see where they live, though. In 2020, that's rough. If living here. But you could probably pay Elon Musk to get some things, and it wouldn't even be bad. It's 2020. When did Elon Musk become bad? Enter. I love all the variations of I Am the Doctor they do.
Halfway through the first episode. I don't know if it feels like it's more or less than that.
Did we just get an audio cut or something? We suddenly jumped to the middle of the song. That don't hold electrical tape like that. It tastes disgusting. I don't know if you actually get forms of dyslexia that bad, but I'm sure it'd be okay if it was a little bit mislabeled. Maybe you do though, especially like younger. I don't know. Well, I think because there's more symptoms to just like mixing up the letters when you read.
Those cameras are not.
I didn't really pay attention.
Sending information.
Well, he Sonicked them.
I'm not even sure they were digital.
No, it's a 2020 camera, Caden. Didn't you notice?
Most certainly not.
Look, I've got a camera that looks older than that. Can you bring the mallet, though? That looks useful.
There's levels of weaponry in there. You don't need to take a shotgun.
You don't want to be hit by any of them.
Bat and a taser.
You don't want to be hit by a baseball bat. The taser, I think we could maybe accept, though.
That's basically a Sonic.
I don't think it is. I don't know.
Electricity.
Is the Doctor against? Well, this is Chibnall, so the Doctor is actually just against guns. Period. There's nothing deeper. There's
Batman.
just yeah. We'll get there. we'll get there. But note 1 for standard Chibnall episode. I'm not gonna
So he
critique it
won't
that hard
use
though.
a bat or a weapon, but he's gonna sonically
Okay, the
incapacitate
13th Doctor is against using a gun to shoot robots, not sentient robots, just like dumb sniper robots. But they're okay with EMPing them all because it's not a gun. Yes. Someone's gonna complain in the comments. So later on, the Doctor mentions they don't actually believe that, but hey, let's wait till like Battle of Ravskor Kolos before we discuss this. Good line though. I think the Doctor actually has some good interactions. This Doctor with children, because I think he does well in Night Terrors as well, which is coming up. I think next season.
I remember that one a little bit.
They might have mentioned it. What's the smaller hole next to the hole they've dug? There's like a white bar and a green bar. Maybe that's the hole the guy fell down. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it, falling down. That's a good one so far, I'll say. It's set up, but it's good. It's tense.
I wasn't aware. Oh, neither were they. Okay.
Well, they were aware. So which one of them is gonna die? No. I don't remember, actually, if anyone even dies. Is this where we introduce it doesn't do wood? I think it might be.
Really, there's no way we haven't done any wood yet.
Tragedy. Little plastic
I'm looking
chair.
at that chair since the first establishing shot of this room, thinking it was cool.
Wait,
and they just killed it off.
what's the camera that's like the aerial shot of the church? I don't think we're gonna see it again, but did someone climb a big tree to plant that camera?
It was an important camera.
It is. I'm just wondering how it got there. I don't think Chibnall predicted drones. Gosh, this episode took place 6 years ago, and it used to be like 10 years in the future. I like the music in this one as well.
Yeah.
We made fun of drilling through on the hill, but actually it was defense from the Silurians. Silurians can't go too high. I don't actually notice when he left.
He said, I left my headphones at home.
Yeah. See, I told you. Plot relevant. Well, it would have been annoying complaining about it, you know? He had such terrible headphones. He needed new ones.
Whoa, they light up.
What?
Headphones.
Well, yeah. So do mine. They got a little LED on them. And was that like the coolest headphones that 2010 could buy? I almost said, did we even have Bluetooth headphones in 2010? We probably did. Actually, they look like the terrible headphones you'd have in school that are probably from the 90s, but like with LEDs strapped on them.
The maintenance certificate on the inside of that door is in Comic Sans.
No
It takes me out of the immersion.
It is. Look, I like Comic Sans. I think it's a great font for like schoolwork.
Yeah, you know.
I had a teacher who always did assignments in Comic Sans. I think it works great. I don't get the hate.
Oh, plot relevant LEDs.
They're beeping too.
Yeah,
Is that the
must be
can't
serious.
connect? Boomer Chibnall not understanding technology. What? Our first look at a Silurian. They're not the cliffhanger then.
Yeah. 15 minutes till we get that.
I feel like it'd be scarier without the mask. But that's probably the cliffhanger. What's going down with you guys? Not much. Watching Chibnall Who. Silurians, you should Google like Doctor Who Silurian to see a classic image. They had like 3 eyes. They didn't have long tongues. They had like weird mind powers with their third eye, literally, not in like a metaphysical sense.
That is a creature.
You Google them, yeah.
Yeah, that is an alien.
I mean, it's a good design, the modern design, but I do wish they hadn't radically redesigned them. Because now we've got like 4 air quote Silurian
Why'd they make the Doctor
races.
cool?
Oh gosh, you're gonna love the Sonic sunglasses, aren't you?
Why'd they make him cool? What the heck?
We don't talk about the Sonic sunglasses, which is not what these are, but you think I'm joking. I'm not. Is that 3D glasses? Like modern ones? Because they weren't sunglasses. See, that's not a gun,
goes back to the
so that's
weapons.
okay. Smack him aside the head, or no, we chose the boring option. See, no, it's okay if it's not actually a weapon. To be fair, fire extinguishing someone does actually feel a lot more ethical than anything that was presented earlier. Maybe not the taser, but I don't know how damaging it is to be sprayed by a fire extinguisher. I think van doors lock from the inside.
Yeah, but they're out there with a fire extinguisher.
True. All right, let's take note of what's about to happen here, because the episode's not. That's spooky, though, I will say. Hello.
That's why I need to be polite,
I mean,
Amy.
that's pretty effective. It's just a library. This is how they read, by absorbing gases. Yeah, I don't think that moves past. Have you seen what they look like in Legend or War Between? Or actually, I think that's the Sea Devils, but oh my gosh, I didn't even see them there.
Oh, what? There's one there?
Yeah, there's one under the window. To the right of the window. Look at him.
Yeah.
There is not a door on this air quotes prison. Oh, I see. They're like chained to the... Are they chained to something?
Themselves. Handcuffs. Oh, they're
That's
wearing
just
them.
rude.
Not part of the design.
Well,
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
you see, it's a lot more cost effective if you put them in helmets, because, well, it's amazing. It costs a lot to do this makeup. I think this is the lesbian one from the future. I'm pretty sure it's her actress. No, she's a lesbian doctor. It is a great mask, though.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get an explanation why the dirt didn't fall down the hole.
Gravity.
That's not an explanation. The moon's gravity, it was holding it up.
Yeah. It's like it does with the sea.
Yeah. What?
Well, the moon's gravity is what holds the water
It's a
on Earth up.
balance.
Keeps the boats there, you know? Yeah.
It holds the sea and the boats.
Yeah.
Because we saw 3 heat signatures. Or that. I don't remember. Probably starts with an S. Oh, it doesn't. I thought they were going to be like snakes. I'm pretty sure that's the same actress.
Oh, yeah, because didn't they get
The
wait, I
moon.
kinda think I remember this. Yeah, they were planted, like, forever ago.
We'll wait for some downtime and complain about the Silurian backstory. Look, it's not this episode's fault, but I don't know what I'd do if the planet was going to crash into Earth, but
I don't know, you're in handcuffs.
I mean, that's like capturing one soldier and being like, we've won the war. You can't win. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. I hope there's like a small mountainous country like Switzerland or something that's like being threatened by one of its neighbors, and it just like tweets that to the president. Like, it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. If World War II took place 100 years later. Let's see, is there anything on that shelf that's a weapon in her prison?
Ah, go into the hole.
Yes.
That was my idea. Doctor, give me royalties.
Oh, yeah, your summary. That's not even the right era. Also, Homo reptilia doesn't make any sense as a scientific classification, but look, they're lizard people from the past. Just that's enough. I can't remember if they wake the ruler up or not. But if they don't, that means they just woke up. I mean, I don't know what threat they were expecting while hibernating. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, a dinosaur.
no pressure.
Dissection is a bit far. Examine, sure. Like, go take a look see.
Yeah.
I just might start raising the drill up too.
Yeah, that could help.
And Rory.
Love the
I
enthusiasm.
feel like someone's missing. I know the kid is missing, but and
A few
Amy's
people are
missing.
missing, really.
But I don't know. It feels like someone's missing. I thought they took the shield down. Never mind.
Oh, he's not even gonna go into the hole. He's gotta take the TARDIS. Yeah, well, fine.
Probably not as dangerous though. It just locks it behind them. Let's take the one person who applauded the doctor's speech.
Who didn't look like they wanted to kill them
Yeah.
and remove them from the decency room.
To be fair, if you were gonna take someone to negotiate, it'd probably be her, but... Is it just me, or is the TARDIS lighting off in this? It's like really... It's like just white light.
Hmm.
Got some good news for you, Caden. He does go down a hole.
The whole
I don't know if we're
TARDIS,
gonna
I
see
would
it.
take that as a compromise, I suppose, but, you know.
No. Well, it costs some money to render it, you know?
I'll get a window. That works.
Well, what else were they gonna do? I'm not seeing weapons on the shelves. Oh, she is attached to the pipe. Okay, good.
Mhm.
Where'd they get the handcuffs? Yay.
You've been asleep for a while.
I mean, she's the annoyingly genocidal Silurian in this version of the Silurian story, TM. I don't know. She's a little more annoying. They're always annoying. I don't know that any of them
That's not
really have a
happened in this
reasonable
chat.
position. I wonder
That
what the
can't be healthy.
cliffhanger is then. It's the Northern Lights. Don't worry about it. The TARDIS is lit really weird. That can't just be me.
I don't know. It looks.
It's all.
I wouldn't have
It's
thought anything if you didn't say
light.
anything.
It's bright. It's not orange. TARDIS is supposed to be orange. It's like a siren. Every other day we do go through the Silurian story. Big Finish has Blood Tide. Even the Time Hotel had
I love the
they
Time
had
Hotel.
to reestablish that that's just the only Silurian. All the others are still hibernating. We're not gonna wake them up though.
Dinosaurs on a Spaceship is, of course, my favorite episode, but the Time Hotel is also
Do you
my
know who
favorite
put
episode.
the dinosaurs on a spaceship?
The Time Hotel?
The Silurians.
Oh.
Yeah. They aren't in that episode, I don't think. Yeah, so just remember that the Silurians did live dissections on the conscious humans.
Oh.
Just keep that in the back of your mind. Hell of a cliffhanger, I guess. No anesthesia, I'm sure that was mentioned. I mean, does this guy look like... Actually, he does look like he might be about to apply anesthesia, but I don't think he's gonna. Oh, that's the cliffhanger, I remember.
There's gonna be a lot of them.
Like 2 dozen? 3 dozen?
4 dozen.
All right, this is a cool shot. But it does kind of bother me that they have an entire dang city for their hibernization pods, you know? They're not even
Like,
living
get
here,
acquainted
though.
when they wake up.
They're not even living below the earth, though. They're taking a nap. There'll be a little bit of a break, I assume, before Cold Blood. Yeah, Cold Blood. So you can take a little whatever it is you people do when you're not watching me. Or you could just keep watching the stream as I switch things over. What do you think? Come on, give us some thoughts.
I think it was good. I don't really know if I have anything that stood out as not good.
There were some good tense scenes. Mostly set up, but I think largely set up. Well, why can't? Oh, subtitles.
I was just
there
like,
we go.
I don't know. It held its own. It wasn't amazing, but there was nothing bad. Pretty good.
Chibnall
Pretty
one.
solid.
Chibnall first parters. Hungry
enjoyable.
Earth.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I wouldn't have known it was written by Chibnall. From that. It's also worth noting everything I said about like judging this episode as a Chibnall episode. I didn't know Chibnall wrote this until like after the 13th Doctor airs. I wasn't paying attention to the writers. TARDIS Guide has a 3.14. I'd probably give it an average 3.5.
It's like it doesn't do anything new, but it does Doctor Who really good.
I don't make the setups suffer for like the crimes of part 2, you know? It is one that'd probably be a bit annoying if I had to wait a week. That's always annoying with these setup one-parters like Legend of Ruby Sunday. 3, well, you can watch this, Caden. 3 stars is like the most common rating. A lot of like 2.5 to 3.5. A 0.5, that's harsh.
3.3. 3.3. I'd give it that.
3.3. Well, you're not allowed. I'm only allowed to go up by half points on a TARDIS Guide.
Well, that's what I would give it.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I think as well, a lot of people on TARDIS Guide are probably going to compare it to the classic Doctor Who and the Silurians, which I don't think is as good. What did I give that? I think I watched it like last week, and the Silurians.
Good timing.
Here's a fun anecdote. It's called Doctor Who and the Silurians because in production, everything, they were all called like Doctor Who and then the name of the episode. But they always trimmed the Doctor Who part. I think it was so that when you were like at the BBC going through the paper and stuff, you could tell it was Doctor Who and not like one of their other shows. But someone just didn't really understand they did that for Doctor Who and the Silurians, so they actually put it out as Doctor Who and the Silurians and not the Silurians.
Anytime you talk about the history of Doctor Who, I feel like this show was made and maintained by 5 people, and they were the least competent people
well, look,
in the
they
world.
didn't have much of a budget. I mean, wow, that's hard. Well, look, but actually, can we appreciate this thumbnail for Doctor Who and the Silurians? Has this like corpse in the bottom corner?
Looks like he's holding up finger guns.
There we go. Everyone, go to this page on TARDIS Guide. I've just linked in the chat. Well, it's this like corpse in the bottom left. It's a beloved episode, 3.77 average on TARDIS Guide. I gave it a 3. I don't remember why. I probably reviewed it, if you want to know. I'm just honestly killing time a bit so people can get like... Yeah, I did review it. Someone liked the review. Starts off fine enough, but after the Silurians actually enter the picture, the constant need... Oh, yeah. It's just really annoying when they're having the Silurian... Like, everyone's just extremely unjustified and extreme in their opinion of just killing each other. And that's always kind of annoying with the Silurian story, TM. War Between, of course, I'm sure is the Silurian story trademark. I complain about how many Silurian stories. In fact, I'm going to take a look at TARDIS Guide at the Silurians as characters. I'm going to filter...
A quote at the top of the page sums it up, doesn't it?
The planet is ours, it always has been. I mean, basically, yeah. Look, I've seen 37% of all stories with a Silurian in them, apparently. Warriors of the Deep? That's just the Silurian story? What?
Down in the bottom middle, down one more. No,
I've not seen that one.
One more.
The Little Planet, Doctor Who magazine. I don't know. Blood Heat. Blood Heat's actually good, and it's not the Silurian story. That's like the only one I've ever seen. Blood Tide by Big Finish. That's the Silurian story. Hungry Earth, Cold Blood. That's the Silurian story. Pandorica. They're not really in the Pandorica opens.
I know that one a little bit, I think.
You do. That's this season's finale.
Oh, I'm familiar, kind of.
I haven't actually seen many Silurian stories. Oh yeah, the unit stuff, Silurian story, Silurian candidate. That sounds like it's not gonna be, but I think it is just the Silurian story. There's something with Paternoster Gang. It's always just the Silurian story, man. Why Joy to the World isn't, but the Silurian story is just waiting to happen in the background. I don't know. I get bored of it. Because this is really the only story we can tell by like another race lives on planet Earth. Give me something in the future. Even as just a background element. You know how cool to be if we're just in a random future? And like that guy at the Time Hotel, there's just a Silurian because it's the future. And
Yeah.
we don't establish that he's actually a weird fluke. It's probably just that the makeup is expensive. That is the reason, isn't it? I don't know. That's gonna be the reason, dang it. Are you guys watching old Doctor Who? Definitely not until we finish Modern. I don't think so. We've talked about doing the TV movie. That might be fun. The problem with classic Doctor Who is even the 4-parters. Well, that'll be about a 2-parter. But like a 6-parter's 3 hours. I don't really want to spread them across multiple weeks. Caden, you personally, I don't think are as interested in that. But also, because it's slower paced, there's just not a lot to talk about for most episodes, and it struggles to make it worthwhile. There's some episodes, like Reign of Terror, when watching with my wife, there's just nothing to say. We've kind of joked about going backwards, because I think Caden might be interested in some of the later stuff. But on stream, I just don't think Classic Who works. And I don't think we'd want to review it. I guess that's the alternative, is we watch them independently and review them. But I just don't see it happening realistically. Which is a bit of a shame, because I really like Classic Who. I'm watching I mean, I'm on Tarsky. What have I hit now? I've hit a really high percentage of stories complete. I've got comic books on the way. I've now, I've crossed lines. I'm super into Doctor Who now. TARDIS Guide, which I've mentioned a bunch. It's got an obscenely large amount of Doctor Who stories that you look at things and raise an eyebrow at the fact that it's called a Doctor Who story. On my stats, I've done 21.43% of the stories on TARDIS Guide, which is 2,021 stories. I'm approaching 2026 stories. Yeah, the comics have very quickly taken up. What is that? That is like 550 comics. Just since the start of this year. Well, a lot of them are these 300 3-panel stories. My average score is 2.93 because a lot of those stories that I've actually rated are terrible comics. I feel really bad. I'm trying to go through War Master and stuff. Oh, and I recently rated the 13th Doctor's era from memory. That brought it down. You want to see this drop for the 13th Doctor? Here we go. Can you tell what the 13th Doctor seasons are? It's a little weird because I haven't rated most of 9 and 10. But yeah, it's not. What's my average score for the 13th Doctor? 3.25. Oh, so that's audio. I was like, that's high. For TV, 2.27, which I think actually the fact that I've rated from memory is helping that rating. Yeah, rip. We might not finish the Chibnall era. I've said this before. But we're going to try. We could
always
skip
bulk
around.
them. We've talked about that. Instead of doing it on stream, we watch a couple and then reconvene on Sundays.
Not with Chibnall. I'm not going to watch 13 again unless it's with you. Because the thing is, especially reviewing Chibnall, is I've done this with other shows. I don't want this to just be complaining. I'll complain about a bad episode, provided that all the episodes aren't just bad. If it's a good season, Doctor Who has a bad episode, I'm gonna that's fine. We can talk about how it was a bad episode. But if it's like, especially with the Chibnall era, which every episode is bad in the same way, it's not even interesting. It's just the same problems over and over. It's not even interesting to talk about in that sense. And I wouldn't have got through the Chibnall era as it came out if it weren't for things I was doing. Like I was listening to a podcast whose name I can't say because it's got a swear word in it. But like, I don't know. It is not for me. And I think this is something of a hot take. I think every Chibnall season is worse than the last one. I think season 11 was the best and Flux is the worst. As far as I can tell, there's not really a standard like way you would rank the Chibnall seasons. I've seen Flux is the best, is the middle, is the worst. If you think Flux is the best Chibnall season, we just are never going to understand each other. Flux is genuinely the worst season of television I've ever seen. But it... I can't remember what the point... But I do know that like ranking them 11, then 12, then Flux is weird. And basically no one does that. I think the usual ranking is like 12 or Flux is better, and then 11 is the worst. But I couldn't disagree more. Well, okay. Well, the other option as well is we could kind of blitz through the 13th Doctors, covering the like important ones. But the important ones include the entirety of Flux. It's Flux. I think Flux actually would be interesting with you, and it's short enough that you could do it. But especially with Chibnall Doctor Who. I did this with Star Trek too, and with Doctor Who. I'm really wary to do things that will attract the worst parts of the fan base. And I don't want a fan base that's just like come to complain about Chibnall and things like that. And so I don't really want to do a review of all the Chibnalls. But I don't know. I don't even know what's happening in this channel after we finish these live reviews. We'll probably review Doctor Who like as it comes out. But I don't know if there'll be consistent output because I'm just not really like making anything on my own.
Yeah.
We've talked about projects we might do.
Yeah.
But we'll see if any of them actually happen. Gosh, I'm still so quiet on my mic. I have to like eat my microphone.
Sound good to me.
All right, I think we're gonna get going. Same as last time, there's gonna be a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and on go, everyone is going to hit play. And this is 44 minutes. We're almost hitting 45.
Wow, 44:58.
Wow.
Close.
Maybe that's the cost of all these fancy cameras, is the episodes have to get shorter. We finally started the journey, getting down to like, what is it, 8 episodes nowadays? What is it? There's the Daleks Master Plan, the 12-part epic of the first Doctor's story, is more episodes than a modern season. And I think it is almost the length of the 8-episode season. And it's longer than Flux, if I remember correctly. That single story. That terrible story. Terrible, overrated story. To be fair, that is, even by Classic Who standards, that is a lot. That is a long story. That is the longest story. And it's terrible. It's hot garbage. I don't know why you like it. But, yeah, I probably gave that like a 1. That was rough, getting through the Daleks Master Plan. Oof. Anyway, also, Sarah Kingdom, overrated. I don't know how you could consider a companion. Other lady, Katrina, her scene was better. And I genuinely don't understand how the Doctor could be so worked up over Kingdom. Bad story.
Takes left, right, and center.
For cold? Oh, wait till we get to the 12th Doctor. Are you ready for season 8? I don't think anyone's ready for season 8. I got takes. I would like to do Classic Who for my hot takes, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Are you still down to do the movie? Maybe, because that could be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've heard such good things about.
It's not
the
good.
8th Doctor. That is.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
It's one of, well, you didn't like the Amazon Cinderella, right? I don't think so.
that is true.
Before the Amazon Cinderella movie, the TV movie was my barometer of like, it's the middle. If you're better than the TV movie, you're a good movie. And if you're worse, you're not. You're a bad movie, but the TV movie is neither. Nowadays, that's Amazon Cinderella, which is an outstandingly terrible movie that I think everyone should watch. I think at the point where the evil stepmother and the stepsisters started singing Material Girl was when I turned to my wife. I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. It's like, it's terrible, but it's such a fun watch. It's just, I think like 5 people wrote it, and I was like, yeah, I can tell. It's amazing though. I own that on Blu-ray.
Oh wow.
We bought it like the day it came out on Blu-ray. It's an amazing, terrible movie. Gosh, we should watch that. That would be fun.
I never want to put myself through that again.
I think we're gonna have to. One day you're gonna sit down for like Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, and it's actually the Amazon Cinderella movie. I could switch. I've got it on my computer. I backed it up. I don't want to lose that thing. All right, let's do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I hope I have picture. Good. Gosh, the Amazon Cinderella movie is all over the place. It's just incredible. I think the TV movie though, it's got a really good middle. I really like the middle of the TV movie. Maybe we could do some 7th Doctor. I don't know. Just anything more than 4 parts, I think, would be a problem.
Yeah.
I wonder if
Amy's about to be dissected.
we could do something like that just off stream. Because I don't think you'd like most of the black and white, but there's definitely things in there that you might enjoy. And if we don't keep watching Doctor Who, we'll just never see each other, ever.
we got game night.
Do we? Well, I need my game room done. We've been talking about this. You go to game night? Oh, the other game night. Yeah. We need to like stream that, I guess. People need to learn that I think the skeletons in Terraria look like they're wearing American football gear.
Yeah, and I sort of agree with you.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I even remembered, I forgot about the dungeon skeletons. Oh my gosh. Someone's narrating.
Who's this?
Oh, well, I guess they sorted their differences out in 1,000 years. So wait, does the Time Hotel contradict this? Guardrails, people, guardrails.
Oh, they're asleep. No one's walking on these.
It's gorgeous, but they just built this place to sleep. They didn't live underground.
Well, yeah, but maybe when they wake up, they'll take a little bit to break off that hibernation sickness.
All right, you know what? That's actually fair. They'll need a base to rebuild from. However, I don't know if the light should be on. but you have a point. I'll give you that. That makes sense. But see, look how much cheaper this is when you don't have to do the face. It's a classic sci-fi trope to have all the aliens in masks. The Star Trek Romulans who had pointed ears like Spock did. Back in the original, they would all wear helmets that covered their ears because that was too expensive just to give them pointed ears. It was like impossibly difficult. Are they? Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. I was like, I thought it was the other way around, but I don't remember. Again, let's not forget this guy's totally cool with just, like, this live dissection. Well, he's only got one more chair, so which one of them is going to die before they get to this laboratory?
Oh, how'd you get that?
I think she pickpocketed him. Oh, hey, they have spare chairs now, though. Actually, this works out.
That guy is gonna need a lot of therapy.
He's fine. This isn't a
Dissected
Chibnall
alive.
episode. Look, he's already over it. Does this look like a man who's been dissected alive? Nah, he's over it. See, Chibnall was a fan of 80s Who, so like 80s Who, he didn't have a character development. This is jokes. I need to be careful because people aren't gonna understand when I'm joking. He doesn't even have his headphones.
He's having a bad time.
Did he
Clearly.
get dissected? Was that a little bit too dark? I don't know if we ever get an explanation for why he's in a different spot. Different test? I don't know. Those don't look like good headphones. I don't know what options were available in 2010, but I don't think he actually did. He didn't say they weren't. You see, I've seen my wife in the future. I might have a bit of a crisis that they didn't bring a kid like 10 years in the future. Does that mean they don't have a kid? Was that spoilers? Like they've caused trauma.
With the nanny.
Wouldn't you bring the kid to see the
babysitter.
TARDIS?
They need a break.
Do they ever learn what the date is? Really?
What are they doing to the doctor?
They're scanning him.
Why does it hurt so much?
Well, because they're evil.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Oh, it makes him all wibbly. Wait, who's in the other? Oh, yeah, the other lady's in the other chair. Duh. Still desperately looking for something you could be using a weapon on these shelves. You could hit someone with that pot. A bowling pin? You could club someone with a bowling pin. Bingo? It was on the other side, but...
There's a mirror.
Oh, it was. But didn't the tongue hit the other side?
I don't think so.
Are you sure? It's a weird continuity error to make, I'd accept, but... No one ever calls out, like, dude, we're not calling you lizards. You know? You're the racist here. It's like the other end of how the Sea Devils never tell us what they want to be called. Also, we didn't really evolve from apes, but, you know. Well, probably. I mean, your gut bacteria is different than a dog. He's probably got, like, time bacteria, you know? She is human. You can dissect her, or whatever.
Great reaction.
I don't know, she's on anesthetics a bit. Oxygen pockets. Well, maybe mention that they didn't mean it? No? There was a big pause there. You just were like, yeah, no, it is bad. Which one? Which Leia? That's a point. Why not just bring her? Dang. I solved the episode. I cannot think of a reason. Oh, yeah, because you want the humans back. You would give up your hostage. But she does have a point. I mean, I guess you're holding hostages.
Eh.
No, that is the reason that they didn't bring her.
But yeah. But like,
We can debate
I
if it
don't know.
was the right choice, but, you know, at least there's a reason. Lovely in the museum, already set up. Ready for the Doctor Who experience. Are they breathing? I guess they would.
Yeah, sleeping.
God, could you imagine having to stand up for like 300 million years? Ready to be sent to the surface. Wait, so they're not hybrid? Oh, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, sleeping in the ready to go
Well,
spot.
I thought she meant these ones went to the surface, but they probably
Huh.
didn't. I've never really thought about it, but like, would those guns work? The guns aren't in hibernation. No.
Yeah.
God, chairs, people.
Motion activated.
Beds. It's not like you didn't have the space. I'd be worried about an earthquake or something. 300 million years? They weren't supposed to sleep that long, I don't think.
I thought they were supposed to sleep even longer.
No, they weren't supposed to sleep that long at all. Big Finish actually has a story that tries to explain it, but I think it makes it worse. According to Big Finish, there's a Silurian who sabotaged the wake up thing that I guess didn't have any redundancies and controlled every Silurian everywhere. However, he didn't wake up when he was supposed to either. That's the problem. But that's a Big Finish complaint. And again, I can't really blame this story for like the Silurian backstory. There's like 4 species of Silurians at this point, but they all overslept. You know? Apparently they have a military, so they must not be like a planetarily unified, but they all connected their hibernation thing at the same time. Oh, he's explaining it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still maintain, not only would that actually be bad, but if the moon actually hit Earth, could you just like bury yourself in the ground for that? I don't know. Like, again, what would they do? I don't know. But you could maybe say that they did attack first, but, you know. The humans did straight up murder those Silurians, by the way, but the Silurians actually did start that one, and we often forget
Yeah, I feel like
that.
the Doctor's communicating obscenely poorly in this scenario.
Oh, yeah, he's a Chibnall script, but just the taser, see?
Just the taser. You skipped by the shotgun.
Well, it might be deadly. I don't know that Doctor Who could have this woman pull a shotgun out. I've just remembered her tongue is a weapon, and maybe we don't know that when we tied her up.
Well, no, the doctor
but...
said it takes like 24 hours to recharge the
Oh,
venom.
all right. Okay, cool. I probably killed her. It's just like, Why, though? What does she have against the humans? There was the drill, but surely it's pretty clear that they didn't really know about that, and they've stopped now. And they were
I don't know.
with,
It
she
just sounds
was
like they
there when they came up with the
hate
plan.
humans.
Yeah, but like, why?
I,
You know? I know that, like, it's racism. You can't really be like, this is why, but it's always a bit annoying to watch these character types. Just takes it and tases her. Aren't tasers illegal in the UK? Why does she have one?
are they? I didn't think so.
I'm pretty sure they're a prohibited item. You can't. Chat, we got British people. I don't think you can have a taser in the UK. But I also thought guns were illegal, but I think there are cases in which you can just own a gun. Like Classic Who would have people who just had like shotguns. Actually, you want a woman pulling a shotgun on the enemy? Go watch Spearhead from Space. It's a brilliant scene where she just reaches in the shed and pulls out a double barrel, loads it, and then points it at the Auton.
That's a good room.
It is. Where do you execute the people? I actually want to know how that happens in this room. They've got big tongues.
They do.
It's a great makeup job. I don't like that we redesigned them so radically, but it is great makeup job.
That guys, you had weapons.
Well, yeah, but it's a doctor's companion.
I suppose.
Has this guy seen anything that would change his mind about humanity yet? If anything, I'd actually reinforce it. I don't know. This is not
Evil
our
doctor
way.
live dissection guy doesn't want to kill people. I
No,
don't know. That's
that's
crazy.
their way. But this isn't their way, That was a legal dissection. Okay, maybe we're also the racists.
Amy, just Amy. I do like. I don't remember her name, but the other companion this
The
episode.
lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just were they digging this hole on that woman's property? They've probably moved out here to dig the hole, but there was a horse. Someone lives here. I don't know. I might let someone dig a big hole on my property. Like, they're probably paying them. That's an amazing image. That's a flat screen in a CRT case. I'm sorry. Look at that. Could you not find a CRT monitor? Would it just a bad picture? I bet it looks weird to film. Also, shoutouts to what I'm pretty sure is a classic pinball board in the background.
I have a number of questions about what's happening right now.
Like,
Well, are they specifically transmitting this to this specific monitor? How did they know? How are they seeing anything back?
Caden, it's a Chibnall script. Don't
No.
ask how they're seeing anything back. It's a 2020 monitor. They've got the webcam in the glass.
That's a storage room, implying there's other monitors around.
Well, this was the one they're using.
Got it. All right, yeah.
It's a Chibnall script, Caden. It's probably one of the better ones because Chibnall wasn't also trying to showrun, so he had a bit of time. Look, I'm also not going to pretend that plenty of not as great stories would have had this scene. It is hilariously, obviously, a flat screen, though.
How dare
You know what? I'd actually probably love a story that was just the negotiations. It's like, yeah, let's negotiate this. I don't know who'd do it, because no one else would like it. It'd be a series, I guess. Instead of the war between, I want some sort of political thriller about trying to integrate Silurians into society.
He went and snitched.
Yeah, you probably should have woken up the leader when you were gonna wake up your military. Maybe they had orders to wake up the guy, but that's called a coup. I don't know the structure of this society, but that guy looks like a leader.
Old.
That or the scientist woke up like some random celebrity or whatever. Oh, the way they scream when I cut open their chest. Can he change his ways? Yes. I don't know that he's seen anything to cause him to change his ways. Would the guy just forgive and forget? Maybe, but he'd probably mention it, you know? I don't know. It's put aside a little easy. I don't think that's how CRTs glitch out. Boomer Chibnall not understanding old tech. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep bringing that up. Oh, nice zoom, though. We make fun of that, but owls do that. The, you know, like... Have you ever seen an owl, actually? Because you weren't in college or work. They're like the things that got big in COVID that were like webcam microphones. They'll do cool zooms like that. Chibnall predicting the owl.
I
Yeah.
thought, I don't know. I thought you were talking.
Owl, I know. I
Talking about
realize.
an owl.
I realize.
You ever seen an owl?
It's like a microphone thing that got big in COVID when everyone had to do everything online.
Mhm.
No.
I would actually, yeah.
This is one of my biggest problems with this episode, actually. Let's explain it.
Oh. I feel like the Doctor has every right to speak for Earth.
Why?
I mean, maybe not every right, but like if someone's gonna do
Is
it,
he gonna go?
yeah, let's
So
not do
is
that.
the Doctor gonna go to America and be like, "Yeah, we just gave Nevada to the lizards because no one lives there"?
No. You don't speak for America. No, the Doctor doesn't speak for America. They'd never have that. Earth? Yeah, I can get behind that.
I'll explain my problems with this scene once they get through. I think that might change some fixed points, but, you know. Also, that's why you can die this episode. We still haven't brought that one up.
Mm.
She's right. I mean, you can share the camera. Like, my problems with this scene, right? What we're about to have is two random British citizens negotiating to give away the territory of Earth the Silurian needs, which just so happens to be the territory of, like, former colonies where all the deserts they want are, for the reason that no one lives in there. No one lives in the Sahara. We can just give that away. I'm sure Northern Africa will be fine with that, you know? Like, and somehow the Doctor is like, yeah, they'll go with that. These random British people, one of whom's a time traveler, just... It's literally for the reason that no one lives there. Like, Australia, Egypt... You don't see the problems with having random British people give that territory away? It's very Chibnall. You could try and argue, like, oh, there's no one else to do it. Fair. Well, not really. You could, like, call the PM or something. But the Doctor actually seems to think this is gonna work, you know?
What are they plotting?
I'm sure you could. Like, if they actually went to, like, the Northern African countries, they might be able to work something out. But, like, you know, Let Egypt tell me where no one lives in Egypt, you know? I dissect everyone else. So he probably, like, stole an arm, right? When he says took samples. Wait, so they have been awake? He's known that
Well,
humanity's
this
up
guy.
there? Wait, sorry. This society's been awake, and they know that they've watched humanity evolve and been like,
Well, it
let's
sounded
just
like
not
just
do
this
anything
guy.
about this. Well, his family's been doing it through the millennium, which means at any point they could have realized that, like, humanity's starting to make civilization. Maybe the Earth is ready now? Even before humanity. Like, the whole problem with the Silurians is they didn't know Earth was ready because the catastrophe didn't happen. He could have woke everyone up day one and been like, actually, guys, it's fine. There's just a moon now. But he's been actively collecting specimens. I've never noticed that. But also, we did forget about the live dissections, you know? He's over it. I'm still I don't think I'm gonna get over the whole we've been awake for this whole time. I can't make sense of that in any way. Caden, you want to try and
Do I want to try?
like
No.
Chibnall
He's
wrote
just a
that.
nerdy scientist.
Chibnall
Maybe. I don't
wrote
know.
that we're awake for the past millennia, the millennias, and didn't see a problem with that. But not
Finders
now.
keepers.
I mean, we can. It's a distribution problem, but
Oh, it's this guy. He's the narrator. Just go back to bed until the humans die. They do eventually, I think. I mean, the universe
that
ends
seems
too.
to
But
be the plan. Like, is that woman actually qualified to say whether humanity could take on the Silurians? Former colony. Former colony. Former colony. Definitely no one lives there. How has that not come up yet?
he's dropping some good
That
points.
does seem to solve the whole humanity can't support itself problem, which it could, you know. It's a
They just need to solve
distribution problem.
the cross species racism, and I think it would be a great
Oh, I
relationship.
mean, that's the problem. Don't get me wrong. Is that everyone's just racist, you know, but there's only so many times you can tell the story that everyone's just racist about the whole thing, you know.
Are we talking about Dot and Bubble?
The British just gave away former colony land because no one lives there. It's fine. I know the British didn't occupy Nevada, but literally all of those places were former colonies. The Sahara, Australia, and America. Shoutouts to Nevada and Australia who had their local population displaced already. Because
What's
no one
happening
lived
here?
there.
They're gonna kill him.
Like, how does no one live in Nevada when you had to displace the tribes? Like, presumably people took their place. You know Las Vegas is in Nevada, right? Like, people live in these places.
They killed him. I don't know how to feel about that guy, but I'm supposed to be sad, I think.
Like, for example, I don't think these random Brits know about Australia's crazy water right laws that I'm pretty sure would make it so the Silurians couldn't actually have, like, any water. Just as, you know, well, you don't have to do the makeup if they're like that. Actually, that's a buff old guy who's been poisoned. So, like, we still don't have to go to war, though, right? You could arrest the lady. You could give her over.
Yeah. I think that seems valid.
I mean, there'd be difficulties, but
Ooh, cold. Ooh, devastating. The judgment. He can't act like this is crazy when he walked in on the attempted murder.
well, what they're going for is that they can't yet overcome the racism in humanity. You know, like and the Silurians for that matter.
And the Silurians.
Like they're just neither species is ready for this. Is what we're going for. At this point, I don't know that you could try and get past it. You know, like this is just a war, whether it's a civil war or big war. A war, you might say, between the land and the land.
Hey, she wanted a war. People die in war. This is
That's a good argument, actually. It wouldn't work, but I kind of do want someone to say it.
yeah, you started.
Wow. You don't want to go up there. It's COVID. You want to wait a bit. This is the worst
2020,
possible time.
Go back to bed.
Yeah, no. Give it a few years. I might sit through like Trump and whatever the heck is happening at the UK too, you know? 2020, that was Biden. Yeah. I don't know who was in charge of the UK though. I think it was someone pretty bad. You could have not. You realize you would have drilled Elliot. Fair. No, I'm not one for the death penalty, but you know. Nope.
Ooh. How'd I get through the mask?
Hey, so now it doesn't feel like anyone's missing. I don't really remember how we resolve this. It's a very deadly weapon, Caden. Do you think they're going to keep drilling when the doctor goes home? I think they're going to keep drilling.
He just gave 2 warnings.
They're definitely going to keep drilling. Like, there's no world where they don't. Ask the scientist guy. Where'd he go? That's that guy, actually. That
He's got a
guy's
lot
there. Actually, that makes sense.
Whoa, why is he here?
Well, the military doesn't like him.
Pose. Time machine?
No, that's illegal.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't think about it too hard, because you'll probably realize it could work, but that's illegal. Squeaky bum time? Is that what he said? I think like clenching your butt, but I don't know why it's squeaky. Oh, we could use that. I mean, to be fair, I don't think fumigating the planet would have been a good idea at COVID, but, you know, it would have worked. You can't tell me it wouldn't have worked. You really should have woken up earlier, though. We would have avoided this problem.
Maybe it should be. Doctor, this is going horribly.
Well, it should be ready. Okay. Religion. I want an episode where we have to deal with the sharing with the lizard people cult. That's just a conspiracy theory. Oh shoot, what was I gonna look up? Doctor Who Time Hotel. I actually want to know if that's less than 1,000 years in the future. All right, Time Hotel.
Super squeaky bum time.
Well, I wish that was his catchphrase and not Geronimo. We could have a big Finnish box set called Super Squeaky Butt Time. Ah, Gage. So the Time Hotel is in London around 4202. So, whoops-a-doodle. They definitely kept drilling. And the narrator is like, I don't know, a hallucination. Hey, you know what? At least
Yes.
Chibnall finally wrote that they did start sharing the planet. That's gonna be sick in the year like 3020. There won't be any COVID. Actually, is that you can't say it's gonna be sick. You know, that'd be yeah. I've never seen Silurian fingers. They looked a bit weird. I don't know why.
Fingernails.
That room doesn't have a door. I guess maybe it makes sense to have a fumigate the city button. That does mean someone's got to be open, though. Also, please stop dissecting people.
Pretty please.
Yeah.
You can take the ones from
like
the grave.
my future
Keep doing
husband's
that.
here. But, well, I
Did we really
guess
talk
they
about that? Did we
dissected
figure
them
that out?
to study the human. How long were they here? Also, I knew we wouldn't explain this, but the weird prehistoric blue grass, why is that there? I don't know.
They put it there for a warning, or I think the doctor said. He talked about it in some line.
What?
They planted it as like
A
a
warning?
yeah, that's what the doctor said. All right, listen, I didn't write it.
You know, all right.
It was like, stay away, you know?
This is don't step on the grass.
Those warriors
They're
are
gonna
just gonna
be
wake up and
pissed, yeah.
be mad.
Maybe we didn't even reprogram it so they wouldn't wake up first. Oh, they're dead. Right? They're just dead.
Ah, they're asleep.
Yeah, but they just got fumigated. Remember, we made a point how they were breathing before.
But you breathe different when you're asleep.
Yeah, but you do breathe.
Different.
If you say it's the masks, then why do we have to go into hibernation in the first place? Hey, 7 minutes in the episode.
Oh yeah, this thing.
You forgot. Could you imagine if we get that in like the Christmas special or something? The fumigation's going to escape. It'll never have existed. They are drilling. I don't think he can.
Didn't we learn that from the beginning of the last episode? You shouldn't stick
He's
your hand
gonna
in
lose his
holes.
arm. It will never have existed. Actually, hang on. I've just realized something. He's got like his arm in there, right? Let's just make a mental note of that. that thing exists. Rip. I forgot
lot
about
happened in
that.
these
I
30
forgot
seconds.
Rory got shot. No, there were 5 minutes. It's only been 1 minute. Is his nose broken?
Oh yeah, they got.
Yeah, we really should have brought that up at the start, but they probably didn't, so this would be more shocking. Second Rory death, by the way. Get a toast for second Rory death. I've just realized Rory's not in the Toymaker's Puppet Show, and that's nonsense to Caden, but he's got his Nikes.
Oh, the crack's eating him.
Previously on Doctor Who. Well, it touched him. See, light's touching him. We can't help him. Remember that thing I told you to put in your brain?
Oh.
Look, we can't help him. The light's shining on him. I know he's also been shot.
Everyone in the TARDIS.
Do you know how
Yeah, they missed
expensive
out.
CGI light would have been? I'm sorry, emotional moment.
Okay, where are they
See,
gonna go
look,
get
it's
a new
around
Rory?
him. We can't save him. What do you mean a new? You can't just replace your Rory. It's not like the kid's goldfish, you know?
They replace Amy later.
No, they don't.
They do. There's an
They
old Amy
don't.
and a not old Amy, and they just
don't
pick one.
replace Amy.
Amy got old, and they get
just-
a different one.
No, they got the same Amy. They
No.
didn't replace Amy. Well, they kind of were, but, you know. I think Moffat wrote that part. That is actually a little bit of a plot hole in the overarching thing, that Rory remembered the clerics, but not anyone else who was like a big part of her. Hey, Vincent and the Doctor next week. I've just remembered.
Well, that's next week.
Yeah. Why is she in her kissogram outfit? Is that was that
That's how they met. I don't know.
the first one? That's how they met. They met as children.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now. This is the best sequence of the two-parter. This is
The
interesting.
thing that Moffat probably did. I don't know. I don't know what. I think this was mandated, of course, that like Rory's death. That was something given. But you know what? Chibnall wrote PS, and PS is exceptional. PS is one of the best pieces of Doctor Who. Oh, I forgot they were here. Where'd they go? Whoa. No. Actually, she's right. Okay, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna keep drilling. That actually might have been like 5 minutes, almost exactly. Chibnall can finally do real time. Yay!
They need to get a new Rory.
Nah, it's fine. Who's Rory? I don't remember Rory. Who's that? Second Rory death. Wow. Your son hates you now.
And husband.
How are you gonna
Everyone, I
show
think.
him that? Wait, why'd the drill blow up? Weren't they gonna keep
I don't know.
digging?
Yeah, I'm not entirely
Did
certain.
they might have stopped the drill, and then blew it up? Don't ask where the explosives came from. Ace left them in the TARDIS. He got some.
They explained it, but the scene got like wrapped in this light, and it just I
Did
don't
they oh, I see.
remember.
Now we're gonna be making jokes about how we can't remember the silence. God, I'm tired about those jokes. Hi, Amy. I think there should have been a kid, and then this scene would have been even more tragic. Maybe that was too much lore to dump, though, on the show. What, boys? There's only one.
Oh, hey, this guy.
So is he awake?
What did he get?
Oh my god. Police turfer! It's probably just a coincidence, though, right? That's just a normal police box, you know?
Yeah, that one actually
can't be-
nothing.
If the TARDIS blew up, it'd like destroy the universe or something and leave a bunch of damage all around the place, you know? It can't be that.
There is a.
Oh my gosh, the Lodger coming up? Man. Am I more excited for the Lodger than Vincent and the Doctor? Possibly. Possibly.
Is Rory or no? That's Vincent the Doctor.
Who? No, Vincent Van Gogh is in Vincent and the Doctor.
Yeah,
not
no.
Rory. Yeah.
They gotta get a new Rory. Are they gonna do that in the
Second
Vincent Van
Rory
Gogh
death.
episode?
No, why do you mean get a new Rory? He's dead.
They need a new Rory. Where are they
I
gonna get a new
know.
Rory?
I know I keep going on second Rory death, but
He's there at the end of the season if that's the Pandora episode.
well, he's dead. How can he be there at the end of the season?
Well, he's there. He's important.
Is there a third Rory death? I'm trying to rack my brain. How many times does Rory die? Well, 2, of course, and no more. I mean, what'd you think? Cold Blood, your first proper Chibnall episode, by which I guess I mean it wasn't. But...
Yeah, I mean it was not as good as the first episode. It wasn't as good, but it was just about as enjoyable.
I think the biggest
But the
example
ending
of
was
that
really
is,
good. The ending was good.
is Spyfall, which is like a 4 out of 5 part 1 of Spyfall. It was great. I was so promising at the start of the second season, and then Spyfall Part 2 comes around. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah, the ending was great though.
I think I'd go with 3. 3.16 is what was 8? Sorry, what was the last part? 3.14.
5.
So actually, Part 2 is better on TARDIS Guide. I went over a lot of my criticisms. The Silurian story is never really my cup of tea anyway. I think it's very problematic, the British people giving away former colonies for the reason that nobody lives there. Look, I know the Australian outback is empty. The Australians will be the first to tell you that. But, like, people actually do live there, you know, and there's probably national park, like, there's a workable world, but I think you need Australia. Like, just so coincidentally, like, Europe doesn't have deserts. They did give away American territory, but, like, you know, the big Western colonizing powers happen to just not have any of the territory, you know? I don't know. I didn't really pay attention so much to the Doctor's 13. It's so bizarre to me that the Doctor thinks it'll work as well. It's not even like, well, we gotta give it a chance. It's like, you know, like, this idiot, this'll work. Joe Biden will be like down with that, you know. Joe Biden's gonna agree to give away Nevada. He'll be like, "You cool, Joe? You know, Joe owes him a favor." 3, I think it's like, yeah, kind of divide. It's like fine. Oh, look at that! Dinosaurs on a spaceship, related stories, and Lego Dimensions, the highest rated thing here. Look, Dinosaurs on the Spaceship has not got a great rating.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's actually Dinosaurs on a Spaceship is 2.85. What's Space Babies? I'm curious about that comparison. Space Babies probably 2.44. So Space Baby is worse than Dinosaurs. Hard disagree.
No, Space Baby's better than Dinosaurs.
No, I said 2.85. Space Babies was 2.4.
Oh, I thought it was 2.05.
Who knows? We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's Nah, I mean, if the Chibnall era was like that, I'll get through it. That's fine. That's all right. I think the Chibnall era was worse, but I mean, Rory's scene is pretty good, of course. Rory's death scene, second Rory death. I know I'm memeing
Yeah.
it. We kind of This is why I don't know what we're gonna do when they're your first watch throughs. I can't really meme like a companion death you've never seen before, But how many times? Oh no, yeah, don't worry, we got a few of our favorite trope coming up. But yeah, no memory of Rory death number 2.
No.
What was number 1 again? Oh yeah, in the dream. And then in the other dream, this is actually Rory death number 3.
The other dream.
Remember, because when he blew up the TARDIS?
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
That was everybody.
Which, as I mentioned, strangely topical. Like, I don't know if he would have blown up the TARDIS after this episode, There was a funny scene where he blew up the TARDIS, yeah. What's Chibnall's other? So we got dinosaurs. What's Chibnall's third script? I feel like he's got another one, but I might be wrong there. Before his era. Oh yeah, Power of 3. Power of 3's I remember being pretty good, except for the ending, and that's a whole can of worms. But yeah, Vincent and the Doctor next.
I'm excited for that.
That's a famous one. You remember that one? I'll
A little
have
bit,
to
just like
Google
the ending, none of the main plot.
famous Vincent's to come up with some sort of conical opening for that one.
I remember
but
the Vincent scene. That's about it.
I think I've seen a lot of people say Vincent the Doctor is overrated because of its final scene, which is admittably great. But we'll have to see. I, of course, remember liking Vincent. Phenomenal episode. Probably going to be a hard one to commentate on. The ones that deal with like very real things. But after that, we have The Lodger, and that's just a good laugh, That who doesn't? How could you not like The Lodger? A lot of people don't.
I don't remember that one.
Lodger. The Lodger and Closing Time are great. The Lodger 3.29. You guys are no fun. The Lodger is the Doctor has to like live in some guy's flat. That's the episode. That's the episode.
What is that? Joy to the World?
Yes, but but it's only like a week, and you have to live through it. Yeah. Gareth Roberts. I guess maybe that's why people. There's a lot of not great people associated with The Lodger, but there's a lot of not great people associated with season 1, and we still love season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single male lead except Christopher Eccleston of season 1 has been charged with some form of sexual assault, which is pretty. That's a coinky-dink. But yeah, I'm looking forward to The Lodger more. I like The Lodger. And of course, who could forget Stormageddon, Dark Lord of All, the hero of Closing Time, which is cliched and cheesy, but it's fun. It's fun, people. Remember when Doctor Who was fun, Caden? No, like Vincent and the Doctor.
Back in my day,
Doctor Who was fun. What was the last Reality War wasn't fun? We had Lux was fun. We have just like a random fun episode. What even was season? Oh man, I'm gonna have to rename my Who Dis spreadsheet because it's not Disney anymore. Interstellar Song, that was actually traumatic, wasn't it? But well, Devil's Cord was fun. Space Babies was fun. Church was fun. Joy to the World was kind of fun, but it was also like you definitely had to be more drunk to like enjoy it more, and not fun.
Yeah, that helps.
I don't know. I wasn't drunk, but yes, I think we're rambling. I do have stuff to do today, so I will say thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye bye.